Welcome to the Millennium Marriage Podcast,
where we discuss practical tools and insights into the joys and challenges of marriage. Welcome back, everybody, to the Millennial Marriage Podcast. We are here this week. I am your host, Jose.
and Toya.
My beautiful wife. And we are here to discuss love and business.
Love and business. That's a deadly combination.
It is.
It could be if you don't do it the right way.
Yeah.
So we have a beautiful couple here to tell us a little bit about how they do it. Some of the tools that you'll use and all that good stuff. So we want to welcome Shalise and Aaron Lister. Whoop, whoop.
Hello.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, thank you guys for being with us. We appreciate your time. So we just want to jump right into it by first allowing you to introduce yourselves. Tell us a little bit about your relationship as a couple, how long you dated, how long you've been married, and then a little bit about your businesses.
All right. So Aaron and I are actually high school sweethearts. So we've been dating. We've been together for almost 13 years now. However, we've been married for almost 3. In May, it'll be 3 years. May of 2022, 3 years. So that's a little bit about our relationship.
And you have a new little addition to the family, right?
Yes. So we have little Leo. He's 6 months old right now. So but he's our world right now.
I'm sure. So regarding your businesses, are you both working full-time and entrepreneurs? How did your entrepreneurial spirit come about?
Yes, we both are working full-time as well as being entrepreneurs. My entrepreneurial journey actually started by being motivated by watching my wife do what she does. She's always been like a very goal-driven person that, she sets a goal and she's going to hit that goal by any means necessary. And she's pretty much had it out to be some sort of either fashion designer or some designer of some sort since she was 12. You want to say?
Probably.
Which is a rare case. A lot of people don't know that. You kind of don't know what you want to do as an adult, and you kind of just figure it out as you go. But like I said, she had a knack for some kind of design. It was fashion when she was younger. And then as she got older, looked into different things and whatnot, she ended up going with interior design. And like I said, seeing her work as hard as she does on a daily basis and, with seeing her start from the ground up and, sharing the information that she knows with me made me get the drive to do what I do.
So right now I have an interior design business, Christelle Interiors. And Aaron and I kind of partnered together in a sense because he has his business, Mr. Lister's Handy Services. And so he's able to do like painting jobs for projects or like different things that my clients may need, hanging curtain rods or like things like that. So we kind of collab on projects together, even though we have our own separate businesses.
Right.
All right. One second. Can you repeat your business name?
Yes. My business name is Christelle Interiors.
All right. Christelle Interiors, everybody. She's amazing. I just want everyone to know.
Let's get that website.
Yeah.
What's that website?
Thank you. It's www.christelle, KRISTELL, interiors with an S.com.
Nice.
Check her out.
And the other one, Mr. Lister?
Mr. Lister's Handy Services. At the current moment, I do not have a website,
right.
Just Instagram, and that'll be Mr. Lister's Handy Services. we're working on that. Like I said, it's a lot of work that goes into being an entrepreneur.
Yes, I actually just got him a nice Christmas gift of business cards. So we're starting to make it official little by little.
That's awesome.
Step by step. So I guess that's a good place to go into the next question. So
with the business and the new baby, the family atmosphere, have you guys figured out a system or have a system in place that helps balance all of that?
In a sense, yes. So I'm not sure if you guys know, on iPhone calendar, there's a way where you can set up your calendar among multiple like family members, I guess you could say. So if I have like an appointment or client consultation, I'll put it on the calendar and it automatically syncs to Aaron's calendar. Which
we need that in our lives.
Yes. So that's been helpful with us not booking things at the same time. Because someone obviously has to be with the baby. So yeah.
I typically take my clients, I used to do my clients like every day of the week that, I would try to squeeze them in as fast as possible. But throughout, being a new parents, we figured that we do client stuff on the weekends. And since she has more of a client base, I would say she's got a little bit more work than I do to do. So sometimes she takes Mondays to finish up paperwork in that aspect. But as far as physically being at clients' houses and whatnot, we typically take a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yep.
Now, you guys, part of your business, you work on together regarding actual products that you sell, right?
Yes, correct. So within Christelle Interiors, we have a home decor collection called Dos Decor Collection, and Dos is like two in Spanish, and the two of us, that's kind of how it came about, which it's primarily a pillow collection, and then we also have some other little accessories like coasters and trays, decorative trays, and like things of that nature.
So do you have like a design process? Like Shalise, I know you're the designer, right, for the most part, but Aaron, I know you're a part of that decor collection as well. So do you have like certain meetings, prior to making decisions on certain things when it comes to new products or taking events and that type of thing?
I typically just let her take the lead and just be the support system, since she's got that next step mind, that eye for the quality and what looks cheap and what doesn't. So I typically let her take the lead, and I'm here for you, baby.
He helps with like packaging, and we'll collab on like what should the labels look like, the tags and things like that. Right. But I'm kind of the designer of it and sourcing the products that I think looks good in homes, and then he supports more so with like the shipments and that aspect. Also, we're exploring candle making, so that he is more hands-on with because he likes mixing and making. So yeah.
Okay, and that's good because I mean, we've talked about this a little bit, but just recognizing your strengths and weaknesses, or who, is stronger in what area, and leaning more on that, just to try to keep the balance, not just in business, but in your relationship period, right?
Correct.
Yep.
That's really good.
So what has been the biggest challenge that you faced in your marriage being an entrepreneur? Is there something that you could think of that, living the life of an entrepreneur kind of causes challenges in this area?
I think time management, because you have to also have time for date nights or family outings, things like that. So we both work full-time day jobs. So during the week, we're working our day job, and then we're trying to do our business. Sometimes I work like from home stuff on evenings, but then going out to clients on weekends. So it's like, okay, when do you guys actually spend time together? So I learned to do alternating weekends. So now every other weekend I'll do a client, every other weekend I'll stay home with family. And then Sundays I made myself completely off from work, day job, my business, everything. So Sunday's kind of the family day.
That's good. Yeah, and you have to have those boundaries established because, you know, a lot of times you get so focused on, especially when it's your own business. It's one thing when it's your 9 to 5, but when it's your own business, you have, you know, higher aspirations and goals, and you want to push. Like when you're on a roll, you don't want to stop, but you kind of have to have those boundaries established, or else, like you said, you'll burn yourself out, you'll burn your family out, because really, whether both of you were involved in the business or not, if one person in the relationship is an entrepreneur, really the family is a part of the business because it really affects your whole family, even if they're not directly working with you. So I think it's really important to establish those boundaries. So that's good.
Yeah, I commend you for finding that, you know, figuring that balance out. You know, a lot of times it takes a long time for people to see what it is, the challenges are, and a solution for it. So.
Yep. One other thing that is helpful is outsourcing. So like I've hired on help. I have a junior designer that helps along with the intern. So they kind of take the workload off of me. So during the week when I'm usually working on projects, I have them work on it and I kind of just oversee everything. So that helps. And I also recently hired an accountant. So I'm not doing my own bookkeeping and everything. So outsourcing just takes a lot of time when you're an entrepreneur and just starting out. You're like the one-man show.
Absolutely. That's hard to do too, because it's like, this is my baby. Like you want things done a certain way. You're used to things getting done in a certain time frame and all. So it really takes a lot to be able to do that. But like, if you have a vision, like the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain. When you have a vision, and you're able to clearly communicate that vision, which, knowing you're very organized and detail oriented. So I'm sure you have written down somewhere step by step, this year, this month, this week, where, you know, but it's like, if you didn't have that vision, if you didn't have those goals set aside, it's a lot more difficult to be able to use support people and outsource certain things, because if your vision isn't clear, how's their vision going to be clear?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Have you had to, you have a wonderful young, I don't want to say newborn baby. He's getting old now, but have you had to adjust any of your goals or any strategies since the baby came, when it came to the business aspect?
So I would definitely say that time factor, you know, her hiring, you know, on help to get the time back, you pay for the convenience rather than being a one-man show. But as far as
also, I think I've been going a bit harder with my business, I guess you could say, because my long-term goal is to do my business full-time. So that I am able to spend more time with my son at home, and I can quit my day job, and I have more time just to make my own schedule and work around Leo's schedule. So that kind of changed, because at first I was obviously taking my business seriously, but I wasn't pushing to go full time with my business as hard as I am now that I have him here.
Yeah, having a little one changes your perspective a little bit, right?
Because you can't get time back.
Yeah. So, and that was something she threw on me in the relationship, because I'm a workaholic, so I work all day, every day. I don't care. I work. You know what I mean? But when it starts, once again, the time, once it starts coming into time. So where you say, you know, the goals of the business is for you not to work and just run the business. You know what I mean? Get that time back. So yes, I would say yes. It definitely changes, you know, your business goals and whatnot.
Yeah. And the reality is that, listen, in 3 to 5 years, it could shift again, you know, as each season goes by, you know, as he gets older, as you all grow in your relationship and the goals that you have as a family, you know, it may shift again. But as long as you're communicating about it and, you know, making sure that you're writing those visions down and those goals down, it'll be a simple transition, especially for you guys, because, I mean, you got it on lock. You're on point, So yeah, we commend you guys, man. You're an inspiration to us. I'm telling you, like, you're just the way you are able to, one, work your full-time jobs and work your businesses the way that you do, because I know how challenging that is. But you do it flawlessly. Like, I've had people ask me, if you had a full-time job, because they're like, she does so much with her business in such a short amount of time, just to see the growth. Like, you guys are really doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. And I think it's so great that you guys, like you said, you collab together. So, you might have a client that needs something done and you're like, hey, my husband does it. Here he goes right here. Exactly. I can have him over right now, so that's really, really good. And it kind of keeps you guys together at the same time. So that's awesome.
Yeah. So this is my favorite question. We ask every guest couple that we have on, what has been your favorite date together? And you can each give your own separate answers. Think way back. You've been together how many? 13 years? What is like one of your top date nights?
What'd you say? Oh my gosh, that's hard.
I don't know, but we actually went out last night, and that was a pretty good date.
It was good food, but I wouldn't say that was our best date.
Honestly,
good food makes a good date.
It was good, but I mean, it was good. We were singing in the car together. Just a little stuff, I enjoy driving, whereas she doesn't as much. So anywhere we driving, and I got to drive for a long time, just listening to music, just being with my wife.
Leo wants to tell.
Leo, he likes to drive too, he said.
Clearly. So anytime I can, get in the car and, drive for hours and just be with my wife and now child, like that to me is everything. You know what I mean? So it's
so
not.
You're a quality time guy.
Most definitely.
I think and for me, I think our best date wasn't really a date but vacation, going to Puerto Rico and exploring there. Actually, I can tell you our worst date.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Go ahead.
It was in Puerto Rico.
Oh no.
I know exactly what she's about to say.
We were on a canoe. The bioluminescent bay is so beautiful and romantic.
We did that.
You did that?
It was horrible.
It was the worst experience ever.
It wasn't the worst experience. Aaron made it the worst experience because he's not romantic, and so he's rapping a rap song in the thing and splashing me with the water. And I'm like, what in the world? This is supposed to be just us cruising down in the moonlight, glistening, and yeah.
And you came out with salty hair from the water.
Yeah. We're hitting branches because he's canoeing crooked into the trees. I was like, oh my God, this is the worst date. If it was our first date, we wouldn't be together now.
That was our first date though.
Good thing you had some good ones under your belt at that point, Aaron.
Yes.
I'm glad your bioluminescent bay wasn't as traumatic as our experience.
Oh my goodness, guys.
Bad.
That might be a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, we might talk about that on the podcast.
Listen, my sister and I got stuck in those trees, and as I'm yelling out, help. Well, not yelling. I was whispering because they said there were creatures out there. And I was like, I'm not about to get attacked. They were like, don't make too much noise. So I'm trying to get somebody to help me in the trees. This guy and my son ride right past me, like didn't even come to help.
Wow.
In my defense, there was a line of canoes behind me. They would have crashed into me if I'd have stopped.
Listen, as your wife, you should have let them crash as long as you were going to save my life from those trees.
In the water.
Yeah, right.
That was definitely a safety measure. So,
yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks.
You got kicked out. I'm gonna get kicked out.
Right? Yeah. Get out the canoe. I don't need that.
Long story short, the four of us know we're not going on another canoeing trip.
Absolutely not.
Especially at night.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave that for the professionals.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate your time. Thank you for taking some time to talk about your businesses and your strategies. And we really feel like this will be helpful to a lot of people because there are a lot of couples now getting into business together. And it's good to hear that you're not alone. And, you know, that there are ways to overcome some of the obstacles you may face and all that good stuff. You have your cheerleader in the background, always and forever, little Leo. Thank you for joining us too, sir. We appreciate you.
Yeah. I think the one good thing that came out of this pandemic is all the people that are taking that leap and starting, you know, the business that they may have wanted to start it for so long and just, you know, for some reason, something was stopping them. So I think that's been a blessing for a lot of people since this whole pandemic happened. So there's one good thing that came out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
All right, you guys. Well, again, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Say bye to little Leo for us too.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay encouraged and keep investing in each other for a marriage that will last a lifetime. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
If you enjoyed our podcast, please subscribe and share. Keep up with us on social media at Millennium Marriage and visit our website at millenniummarriage.com.